Hey guys, Andrew Steinmetz, QA/QC manager with Genco Inc. Coming to you with my latest video. What that video is going to be is learning to navigate the NFPA 70. So what I want to do with this video is show you guys the three key methods to navigating your code book to help you with the master's exam and the journeyman's exam. These three key methods are the best way to navigating the code book and passing your master's and your journeyman exam. The journeyman exam and the master's exam is not necessarily what you know. It's what it wants to know is if you're able to navigate the code book to find the answers. There's so much information in the code book that they don't expect that everybody's going to know every answer off the top of their head. They just want to make sure you're competent enough to be able to find the answer that you're looking for in a reasonable amount of time to do the right thing on the job site. So I'm going to show you the three key methods, and hopefully this helps you to pass the exams. And what I would want you to do with this is take these three methods and just practice them over and over again with the exam prep classes, or I'm sorry, the exam prep questions. And even if you know the answer off the top of your head, use this method and just keep doing it over and over and over again until you are so fast at doing it that you'll have no problem passing the exams, even if you know the answer. So practice these methods, and I promise you, if you get these methods down, you will pass both exams. So let's go ahead and get started. So getting to know your code book, the three most important parts of your book you should familiarize yourself with. One being the table of contents. So the table of contents in the front of the book, you'll find them on 70-2 through 70-8. So familiarize yourself with the table of contents, understand where it is, and get to know it. Second is the index. Now, the index, I feel, is the most important part of the book for you to understand how to find your answers quickly. You're going to use the index for answering 80% of the questions, if not more, of the questions on these exams. You're going to find those on 70-84, 845 through 70-901. And lastly, your tabs. So you have to buy these tabs for your book. I highly, highly recommend that you get these tabs. The tabs help you to see, visualize where all the articles, chapters, everything is. It makes it so much easier to flip to the page that you're looking for extremely fast. So there's a lot of different tabs out there. Get the one that you feel most comfortable with, because they do have to be permanent tabs on the book to make them that you're allowed to use while taking the exam. So I highly, highly recommend you get good tabs. So here we go, the three key methods for navigating the code book. First is keyword and index. Second is table of contents. And third is reverse lookup. So let's go ahead and start with the first one, keyword index method. So here we got a typical question you may find on your exam. Flexible metallic tubing, FMT, can be used in which of the following places or conditions, but not limited to these places? So what I want you to do first is figure out what the overall theme of this question is. So what is the main thing that this is asking you? What is it talking about in this question? Flexible metallic tubing. So what I want you to do is go ahead and flip to the index and find flexible metallic tubing. So you should be able to find that in there. Next, figure out what is being specifically asked about this theme. What is the question that it's asking about flexible metallic tubing? FMT uses permitted. So you can see that right there, can be used in. So that's uses permitted. So go back to the index and you should be able to find the the uses permitted part, and it'll give you a page number, and that way you can flip directly to that page. And what you're going to find is it's on 360.10 uses permitted FMT. So the answer is for system voltages over 1,000 volts maximum. So that is the biggest method, the best method to finding your answers very quickly. So like I said, you're going to use this 80 to 90% of the time during the test. So really practice over and over again this keyword index method. So the ones that you can't figure out through the keyword index method are going to be these next two, and use all of these to your advantage and just keep practicing these methods. The next one is the table of contents. When counting conductors in a box in order to determine the box size, each conductor that originates outside the box and terminates or is spliced within the box must be counted once, and each conductor that passes through the box without a splice or termination blank. First thing again, find the overall theme of the question. So what is the theme of this question? Box size each conductor, that's going to be box fill. Box fill is the overall theme. Try to identify in the table of contents what chapter you would find box fill in. It's going to be chapter 3, wiring methods and material. From the table of contents, go down the black bold articles looking for your theme or something that has to do with your theme. So you're just going to go down there and look for anything that has to do with your theme, and it's going to have a page number and where to find that on there as well. And it's going to be Article 314, outlet, devices, pull and junction boxes, conduit bodies, fittings, handhole enclosures. Then you're going to find, going down, 314.16, number of conductors in an outlet device, junction box, and conduit bodies, number 1, conductor fill. And what you're going to find is that C is counted once is the answer you're looking for. So again, this one's not as used as much as the index method, but if you get stuck and can't find it in the index, this is another way to use. Last one is the reverse lookup method. So using that, what table would you use to size an equipment grounding conductor or an EGC? First, what I want you to do is go through these answers and eliminate the answers that you know are wrong. So any answer that's just so obscure or you're just 100% confident that it is completely the wrong answer. For instance, like this, a 454 dot big block. Absolutely wrong answer, just eliminate that. So your chances are already greater because you have only 3 answers to go through now. Choose the first answer you believe to be correct. So if you feel like one of these is the correct one, but you're just not sure, go with that one first. So I want you to choose that one and go with it because it's your gut feeling. And then use one of the previous methods to look it up. In this case, it's a lot easier than that. You can just go straight to 250.66 and see if that is the answer to what table you would use to find to use to size an equipment grounding conductor. Easy as that. And then what you would find is it ends up being 250.102 C1. So that's the reverse method. So you use the answers, you look up the answers, and then you use those answers to go with the question, and you're going to find which one is correct. So those are the 3 key methods. Highly recommend you practice these over and over again until you get it down where you could find any question, any answer super quick. So just practice an hour a day. Don't just think you're going to wing it. You really want to practice doing this and get it down that you could find any answer really quick. So start timing yourself. See how fast you can find these answers. And even if you know the answer, use these and just practice. And hopefully, if you guys use all this and practice enough, every single one of you will pass either the Journeyman or the Master's exam. So thanks for joining me today. If you guys have any questions, post them in the comments. If you have any videos you'd like to see me make on the next video, post those on there as well. I'm open to suggestions, anything you guys would like to see. And thank you again for joining me today.